Greeting and welcome to the Intensive Success Blog. I am your host, Nishant Sharma. Please give warm welcome to Casey. Casey is a confidence coach, image consultant, and film and photo branding stylist. Welcome, Casey.
Thank you, Nishant. It's so good to be here. I appreciate you having me.
Okay, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
That could become a lengthy conversation, but the short version of it, I have a background starting in fashion modeling many years ago, into fashion design and costuming in the film industry, and led into a shifting gears due to some personal struggles with health that I had. And I got into the nonprofit sector, started working in rehabilitation services and focusing on that side of things. And through life and circumstances, I found a need that people were having around image, around confidence, around how they held themselves back from getting to their next level goals because they didn't feel worthy or good about themselves for some exterior reason. So what I do really encompasses focusing on that internal piece of insecurities and helping coach them through that image insecurity, and then helping them curate a wardrobe that puts their best foot forward after that, whatever their authentic space is. So it's relevant for any industry or any person, regardless of what they're dealing with. But it's kind of that full glow up experience from the inside out is the hope. And it just kind of came from a combination of my life experiences and what I saw the need being as I was living them.
Okay. What are the top 3 reasons why do people fail?
Top three reasons why people fail?
Yes.
I think a lot of it, I think, is mental. I think our belief in ourselves is instrumental in any success that we have. And so often we get into our own heads about what we're capable of or what we're worthy to achieve, or those types of conversations within yourself. And the minute you start to doubt yourself, that's the minute you start trying less, because you're afraid to try. You're afraid that's going to create failure. And when you have those moments, that is when we fail, because you quit trying. You quit believing in yourself to succeed or surmount whatever thing you're facing in that moment. And so some of it's image-based, but it all, in my opinion, really stems back to your competitive edge, which is having confidence in yourself.
Okay. So what is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
Oh my gosh, I have so many failure stories. I think for me, I had a few years where I did some professional modeling, and I had unknowingly kind of tied my entire self-worth to my reflection in the mirror, or what I looked like in front of a camera, because that's what I was doing every day. That's what I was getting hired for, was how I looked. And I had a personal journey with some health problems, which drastically shifted my weight. And because of that, I lost complete confidence in my worth as a person, because I no longer fit what I thought made me important. And so I think my biggest failure was underestimating the value of myself on a deeper level and letting that completely take me out of the game. It affected me on such a deep level, mentally, physically, that I just stopped. I stopped trying. I stopped seeing the value in myself as a professional. And so I really fell at that point and had to completely refocus and reevaluate what truly makes me a valuable human being and what makes me worthy of success, or whatever success looks like to me. And I would say that was my biggest failure, was that fall in allowing my reflection in the mirror to dictate my worth. And coming back from that was just a lot of some of it was counseling and some of it was having conversations with people. And a lot of it was internal work and understanding that there was other things I could bring to the table and how can I help other people do the same. So.
Okay. What are your top 3 success secrets that other can model from you?
What are my top 3 what secrets?
Yes. Success.
Oh, success secrets. Um, show up for the day you want to have. You don't have to dress up necessarily, but we're conditioned as people over generations. We get up in the morning and we get dressed, and that turns your brain on for the day. That says, okay, I'm ready to get started. And I think what really happened in COVID that created a lot of issues for people on a subconscious level is they weren't doing that. They weren't doing that natural habit of getting up and getting dressed. And so their body just wasn't ready to be productive. They were like, ugh, I'm still in this like tired state. And so I think when you can say, okay, I'm tired, but I can still wake up, you don't have to get dressed up necessarily, but change clothes, get ready for your day. And I think that sets you up for success from the beginning, owning that moment and saying, this is my day and I own it and I'm going to move forward. So that's number 1. Number 2 is affirmations. We don't always have moments where we completely believe in ourselves, and that's normal. But to be able to step back and say, nope, I got this, no big deal, and to really reaffirm that belief in yourself to surmount whatever challenge you're facing, I think would be number 2. And number 3 is surround yourself with people that lift you up. You are only as surrounding yourself with those people makes a huge difference, because you start to reflect that. And if they're people that are really negative and don't believe in you, you're also going to be very negative and not believe in you. So surrounding yourself with good people.
Okay. What motivates you within?
What motivates women?
Yes, yes. What motivates you?
What motivates me specifically?
Yes.
Within business, I will say my biggest motivation is when I'm working with a client and I get to see that moment of transformation in their face. We hit a point in our work together where you just see their whole face light up like, oh my gosh, I haven't felt this way about myself in so long, or maybe ever. And it's like that moment where you can just there's no words for it, but you can see they finally get that for themselves. And that's what motivates me, is helping people achieve that moment where they just feel so good about themselves, they can't help it. So.
What's your company motto?
My company motto, yeah. Revolutionizing self-confidence and personal style.
Okay. Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client, I work with emerging female leaders in male-dominated industries. So really helping them achieve true confidence in a very authentic way to show up in these industries and be the powerhouses that they really are.
Okay, great. So how do you find your ideal client?
Honestly, word of mouth has been my best method thus far. Once somebody understands the value of what I can bring to them, they go tell their friends and I don't have to do the work. Of course, like any other small business, we use marketing as we can through social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the things. My website obviously runs 24/7. So there's those things, but 100% my most effective form of marketing is word of mouth.
Okay, great. So how do you deliver 5-star client experience?
How do I create one?
Yes, yeah. How do you create 5-star client experience?
Yeah. So in the way I view how my business goes and creating a 5-star experience for clients is every touch point from the moment they reach out to me or engage in social media with me, they feel heard and valued. So It's being able to offer a space that they're already starting to feel like they are not alone in their struggles. And whether they actually reach out to me immediately and we have a one-on-one conversation through a consult, or if it's just they're sitting back and kind of watching from the sidelines for a little bit, they still feel valued in that space and creating a community. So that's kind of first and foremost. I want people to feel valued and always appreciated. And then it's just delivery and execution, showing kindness, showing up, following through on, what my guarantees are. A lot of my work requires clients to do work also. So it's kind of it's a partnership, really. My work is a partnership with my client. And so, but I will always give more than 100% to make sure I'm delivering on my level and, in hopes that they are delivering back. And that's when we really get to create the most success for them. But I think it's simply operating in a space of integrity and encouragement, acceptance, and empowerment is the way I look at it.
What are you grateful for today?
Today, I'm grateful for unexpected conversations. This one's wonderful, of course. And I had a one-on-one conversation with somebody in one of my networking groups today. And we ended up talking for like 3 hours. We went just way off the rails, but in such a empowering conversation. He had so much insight and knowledge, and I'm so grateful to learn from people I'm around in those unexpected ways. So
Okay. How do you start your day?
that is an interesting question. I have been playing around with my morning routine now for about 3 or 4 months, trying to figure out what is really the most successful way for me to start my day. But I would say the one thing that never changes is coffee.
Okay. How young are you?
37,
Okay.
loving every minute of it.
Okay. You are not 37-year young. You are 18-year young with 19-year experience.
I love it. I'll take it.
Okay. Who is your living mentor?
Ooh, my living mentor. I have several people I've worked with in the business realm for mentorship. But I think what I would have to say right now is honestly my mom. Even though she has no business experience and she has zero desire to be in business, she operates her life with such she lives out her beliefs on every level, and she doesn't sacrifice her integrity for anything. And I really value that from her. And she operates from a place of, happiness can be very circumstantial, but she lives in joy regardless of those circumstances because she believes in herself and her values. And I think that's really important.
Okay. What advice you will give younger yourself?
Oh, quit caring what other people think sooner.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
I just think that the more I work with each client and I learn something new from all of them, we as people deserve to honor ourselves so much more than I think we do. So I would just say, I challenge everybody that hears this to wake up and give themselves one positive comment in the mirror first thing in the morning. You are fabulous and worthy and beautiful. And if we never meet, that's okay, because I know it is true. And I just really appreciate you allowing me to share that.
Okay. So, how can he support you?
Honestly, there's always the social media. Curating Confidence is where you can find me anywhere. If there's ever anybody that you think could be of, refer them to my page. That would be great. But otherwise, support. My mission truly is to revolutionize self-confidence and personal style. So if that's not me helping you do it, I hope that you find a way to engage that for yourself. So
Okay. What would you like to say about your guest experience on the show?
it was so joyful and simple, and I loved that.
Okay.
So I just appreciate how kind you were, how joyful you were, and how easy you made this process.
Okay. What's your final word?
My final word: confidence is your competitive edge in life and business. Don't sell yourself short.
Okay. Thanks, Casey, for sharing your wisdom with us on the behalf of our community and team. We really appreciate you. Until the next time, all good wishes to you.
Thank you so much, Nishant. I appreciate you.